And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, we're back. We're back. This is a very late night edition. Uh, thanks to the thanks to you guys for tuning on. But guys, hey, and look, we're gonna talk a little bit, right? And I'm not gonna keep you guys for long. This is gonna be a 15-minute podcast. It's very late. So we just want to go ahead and jump right on into it, talk about some things, and then we're going to keep on going on. Okay. So Texas A&M versus number 22 Vanderbilt, baseball wise, right? We're going to get to that. But before we get to that, shout out to Trisha Ford and that softball team, right? As of right now, Texas A&M is ranked number 6 in the country, softball wise. And they just came from off of a huge win over there at the Diamond over there in College Station against number 24 Alabama. Okay, this game, if you would have told me Texas A&M would have won this game, I probably would have said you were crazy. However, I've been looking at softball. I can't say all this season because all of their games haven't come on ESPN Plus nor TV. But Trisha Ford and that softball team is very damn good. Okay. Of course, everybody knows Emily Kinley, Coco Woodley, those two big names there. But Maya Perez, and not to mention others, right? But Maya Perez specifically, that young lady is very special. She's a home run artist. Okay. This game was 4-1 at some point, and it went into like the 5th inning. This game went up 4-2 in the 6th inning. No, I did not watch the game, but I sat there and I watched a couple of highlights, right? The reason being is because I wasn't at home today. We actually got up and went to go, eat something out to eat on today, okay? I caught the Aggie baseball game, but, I had to catch it mobilely, of course. But anywho, this game got up to the 6th inning, and Texas A&M came roaring back to win this ball game 5-4. This game was in the 5th. This game was in the 5th inning, 4-1. But a home run set this game up 4-2. After that, A&M just done damage in the 6th inning, and they came back, right? The pitcher, I don't know the young lady's name, but the pitcher stranded 2 Alabama softball players on first and second base to end this game with 1 out left. This team. I said this about the baseball team on last year when they went on that incredible run, right? I said, man, that team looks like a national championship team. We were almost midway in the season, and I said before the national championship, I said this team is already in mid-form. This softball team with Trisha Ford, I'm going to say this once again, and if you guys have not been watching softball, I recommend that you guys start cutting on the live tape, okay? Get you ESPN. Matter of fact, look, you don't even much have to have ESPN Plus. No, you do. You do have to have ESPN Plus. It's not that much, by the way. But if you're with a cable company, right, log on create you an account, log on to ESPN Plus, put your cable info in, and they'll let you go straight on to SEC Network Plus, because that's generally where these games are going to be played on. Trisha Ford and this softball team, if you guys haven't seen them yet, they're already in mid-season form. I'm going to say this once again, they're already in mid-season form. I have them as a lock, probably being like the number 2 to 3 seed when it comes to SEC softball tournament play. When it comes to hosting a regional, this team is going to be top 5 in the country. I'm going to say that once again. This team is going to be top 5 in the country when it comes to hosting a regional this year. That's damn good. And we haven't been top 5 hosting a regional in a very long damn time when it comes to softball. Just like how you seen in baseball, where we hosted a regional Our first one, when Sloss was here, we was top 5 in the country. That's how the softball team is going to look when Trisha Ford's second season. That team is very, very good, man. That team is damn good. I'm sorry, in Trisha Ford's third season. That team is damn good. They have that oomph in them. And they don't let themselves fall short of not being able to come back and win a ball game. That's what I've been seeing from this team. They've run ruled a couple opponents, and they've lost to a couple opponents. But the wins they've got, man, in which this is Trisha Ford in that softball team's ninth ranked win of the year. Let that sink in. That's the 9th ranked win of the year. When they come out on top in this series win against Alabama, this team is going to be placed into the top 5. Now, of course, we got to see what number 1 through 5 has to say about that. But as of right now, man, I have A&M being the top 5 team. And when it comes to regional softball play, they're going to host that region. They're going to be top 5. It's no doubt about it. To be honest with you, this team may get all the way up to being like the number 3 team in the country. Okay. Number 1 is Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma's going to stay there. Number 2 is Texas. I think Texas is going to stay there until they play Texas A&M. And I believe number 3 is Florida right now. And I believe they're going to stay there until somebody else has something. No, Florida. I think Florida may be losing that series to Texas, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But man, this team is damn good, and I have to do a fully dedicated episode just to A&M softball. I told you guys what the goal was for this year. It's not just about A&M football anymore. This is about A&M basketball, baseball, softball. Those things. I want to cover the big 3 as much as possible. I want to spread in track and field. You guys heard me talk about that on last year. It's very hard to catch track and field if you just do not keep up with it, okay? Hockey, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I cannot keep up with hockey. So I'm not even much going to lie to you on that. All right. But so far as those are concerned, baseball, softball, basketball, men and women's, in football, I'll be forever covering those. Okay. All right. So shout out to Trisha Ford once again. Trust me, us Aggies are watching you. And we're not going to stop, man. And, we are not going to stop. I believe that softball team is going to be top 5. And I believe that softball team is going to go to Oklahoma. And they're going to play in the they don't call that Omaha up there. But I believe that softball team is going to play up there in the Women's College World Series. That's me. When that happens, come back to the podcast. Tell me what you heard, because we're going to be there, okay? Women's College World Series coming soon. Mark it. I said it. They're going to be there. I didn't say they was going to win the championship, but they're damn sure going to play in that Women's College World Series, okay? All right, so we move along here. Shout out to Malik. He's giving me a shout out from Idaho. Shout out to you as well. Thank you for tuning in away from Idaho. I have no clue what time it is up there. It's probably 12 o'clock up there with you guys, or you guys may be 2 hours ahead. I don't know. If you don't mind, please tell me that. But shout out to you. Like I say, this is a very late episode. And I'm going to do my best to do more of these after the actual baseball games go off. So when you guys start seeing me set up these live and stuff like that, man, that is what I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards giving you some more reactions, giving you some thoughts and stuff like that for softball and baseball. Okay. So, hey, we're here. All right. All right, man. So here we go. Texas A&M baseball. Wow. That's all I have to say. Well, to be honest, man, That's all I can say lately. And I believe I speak for a lot of us Aggies and even some non-Aggies out there because we're all at a shock right now. This baseball team, after the loss to Vanderbilt that they took on tonight, in which both Vanderbilt games they've lost by 2 runs. Both both of these Vanderbilt games, they both of these Vanderbilt games, they've been in the lead. They led the Vanderbilt game yesterday 2-0. They led this game today 1-0. And they ended up losing both. They lost the one on yesterday, 5-3, in which, man, that was probably golly, man. For the I can't even think the picture name right now, man. But man, that was probably my boy worst game of this season. Worst game of this season, and man, that defense gave up some errors. But at the end of the day, man, we just couldn't hit the ball. Okay, we couldn't hit the ball when we needed to, and it's baffling. It's baffling right now. I don't believe we have any idea of what's going on other than our own assumptions. We lost this game, like I say, 3-1 on today. And the one run they got was at like the top of the second inning or at the top of the third inning, man. It was one of them. And Vanderbilt, I'm going to be honest with you, Vanderbilt ain't do no better. At the end of the day, they still won, though, but Vanderbilt ain't do no better because Justin Lampkin, he just totally shut them out on today. Now, don't get me wrong, they ended up getting 3 runs, but those 3 runs wasn't on Justin Lampkin. It's I don't know, man. It's heartbreaking to me. And for us to get nationally televised this year, in which I knew I had a feeling they was going to nationally televise this team this year because, hell, man, let's face it, they just came off of a freaking national championship berth. The coach left. Don't get me wrong. Hell, the coach left. But at the end of the day, you hired his assistant coach that he had with him for 3 damn years when he was the guy that was the damn batting coach. He's the assistant / batting / hitting coach. It's baffling to me that these guys can't hit the damn ball right now. They can't hit the ball and score runs to save their lives, man. And in both games, right? And in SEC games total, right now, because this team is 0-5 in SEC play. And if you would have told me that they'll be 0-5 in SEC play when they clearly have the team to goddamn go undefeated, right? I'm gonna say that once again. They clearly have a team to be undefeated right now. If you would have told me that they would be 11-11 on this, because they're 11-11 on the season, 11 wins, 11 losses. If you would have told me that they would be 0-5 in SEC play right now, I would have told you that man, you're smoking goddamn dope and you're hating, right? You're a hater and you just don't want to see A&M do good. Looking at this team right now, man, they deserve to be 0-5. It's nothing else that I can say good about this team other than, man, they're getting in scoring positions. They just can't close out the goddamn ball game. They can't close it out, and they can't close it out because they just can't hit any damn thing. When it matters the most, they can't hit nothing. This team lost this game because of hitting, right, to say the least. But this team lost this game on tonight because of poor base running. Poor base running on tonight. They had a chance, and I don't know who was coming up to the plate next, so I can't say we would have tied the game, but it would have gave us a chance to. And we ended up losing the game because, and don't get me wrong, man, this guy's a freshman. Shit, he was just trying to make a play. Man, these guys trying to do everything they can to win this ball game at this point. He he ran to second base and was slow getting there, to say the least, because he thought that he could get a double off of the hit that was clearly a good goddamn hit. One of the best hits we probably had all night, excluding the home run. And he got caught. He got caught, man. That was the ball game. Even Vanderbilt themselves couldn't believe that. And I saw the guy that tagged him out, and even the guy that tagged him out at second base was like, wow. And that's just what's been happening with this team right now. That is just what's happening with this team right now. Man, I said this, and a lot of people got on my behind about this, telling me that this was just one player. I said when Gavin Gerhovic went down, that Gavin Gerhovic took some of this team with him. And nobody wanted to believe me on that. Nobody at all wanted to believe me when I said when Gavin went down, he took some of this team. Oh, no, man, it's just one player, man. It's just one player. Man, a whole player don't make the team. I never, ever said that. I never, ever said that one player made the entire damn team. Never. Never, ever, ever. What I said was that he took some of the team with him when he went down in injury, meaning that some of this team confidence faded when they seen him go down. That's a hard blow. And they've been trying to figure out how do they pick themselves up and keep on going without Gavin Gerhovic, Caden Surreal, in which I hope Caden Surreal comes back during this Kentucky series, man. I really hope Caden Surreal comes back already. But you got Caden Surreal, he's out. Shane Sadeo went out in the first damn game of the season, or the second game. It was one of them. But shit, Shane Sadeo was a pitcher. And with Shane Sadeo been going down, our pitching has still been elite. So I don't understand what's going on with the batting averages. The batting just has not been. Man, the guys I'm not worried about, and I want you guys to hear me out on this. The guys I'm not worried about at bat right now. Jace Lavalette, in which he's tied the home run record. TK, wild ass TK, freshman by the way, but I have more confidence in him hitting the goddamn ball than anybody else behind him. TK, I'm not worried about. Bear is now starting to come into the picture. I have no clue where in the hell they just found Bear at all of a sudden. But Bear, he can hit the damn ball, so I don't understand why he hadn't been in the lineup. Hayden Shot, I'm not worried about Hayden Shot either, but man, I just named 4 guys right there. That tells me that TK needs to be the first guy at bat, right? This needs to be the starting batting lineup going forward. TK needs to be number 1. Bear needs to be number 2. Jace Lavalette needs to be last. Why? Because he's your saving grace to back these guys up. It cannot be Jace, you start. TK, you're in the middle. Hayden Shot or Bear, you guys are going to finish it. Hell no. No. You let TK start first because TK is a freshman. So if he gets struck out first, I'm not worried. I'm fine with that. You need TK first. You need Bear second. Or Hayden Shot one of the asses. You need TK, Hayden Shot, Jay Slavolette, and then comes Bear on the next lineup. Gavin Cash, your ass is staying in the second batting lineup, bro. And what's crazy is that Gavin Cash, man, I feel bad for the young man. I really do. Because he's getting robbed of some home runs and he's getting robbed of some very good hit balls. But then again, some of the balls that he's hitting, they aren't going any damn where. They aren't going nowhere at all, man. And if you would have told me that Gavin Cash would have joined this team, being that he had like 41 home runs last season up to now, and where his home runs are just non-existent, I would have said you were lying also. So I said on the post, we're going to have to start going past Mike Early all the way to the hitting coach. And we're going to have to start calling his ass out. He's going to have to start stepping his ass up. And he's going to have to start taking some of this damn blame already. Okay? Yeah, Mike Early's the head coach. I know that part. But at some point, you got to start getting on this hitting coach ass. Hey, man, you got to and pitting me, right? Because I'm the one that said I don't trust the pitching coach. But guess what? He's earned a little bit of my trust. So damn it, pitching ain't the problem. Hitting is the goddamn problem, man. Hitting is basically the problem. You need to learn how to hit. You need to learn how to hit. Also, these guys are mentally worn out, and we've only played 22 games. I'm going to say this once again. Some of these guys are mentally worn out, and we've only played 22 games. It's still a long season because, number one, this is baseball. This shit doesn't end, and God forbid, right, you get to the postseason. But your regular baseball season doesn't end until May 17th. That's your last game, May 17th. We still got a little bit over, man, we still got almost 2 months to go. And we have almost 2 months to figure this out. We do. We really do. But as of right now, we're 0-5. After this, we come back home and we play Houston Christian. But then after that, we have to get ready for the series against Kentucky, in which Kentucky, man, all I can say is don't get swept. Do not get swept. When you won, come on back, right? Because when you win at 1, you'll be 1-5. When you won, go and sweep Kentucky. When you won, and then go and sweep Kentucky. Go and sweep them. When you won, come back, get you 3 more wins, and then you will be at 4-5. Now your resume starts to look better as you keep on going along. But man, if you get swept in this series, I don't know what confidence you will have going into the next SEC opponent, because that's all you have, excluding your non-conference opponents. And truth be told, you shouldn't have got beat by your non-conference opponents. You shouldn't have got beat by UTSA. You shouldn't have got beat by Cal Poly, although you won that series. You shouldn't have got beat by New Mexico, although you won that series. The Alabama, man, it goes way back to the Alabama series. You were literally in contention to win that game in that Alabama series. You end up losing that game late because Mike Early decided to pull the pitchers late in the damn game in both games. But even then, in that game, you kind of had problems hitting. But you had an elite pitching to where it would have won you the game. That's my whole thing. Your hitting has been dog shit. But at least you're starting, at least your elite pitching would have won you these games. If you haven't found out by now, you need to gain the identity of Arkansas, in where Arkansas will forever have elite pitching, subpar batting play. But they do enough to win the ball game, and they've done enough to win games to get their asses in regionals and be top SEC tier type of team. That's it. That's it. You need to learn how to do just enough. And I think right now what this team is trying to do, they're trying to overdo it. This team is really trying to overdo it. You don't need to overdo the basic baseball playing, man. Just hit the goddamn ball. Hit the ball down the line, out of play for anybody to go and grab it so your ass can run on base. That's all you need to do, man. You just need to run on base. Stop trying to hit home runs. Stop it. Stop trying to hit home runs all goddamn game. I don't know who's telling you guys hit home run balls. But that's not how the way the sport is played, man. That's not how the way it's played. Okay? We are very lackluster at bat. We are very lackluster at getting walks too. We can't bat, nor can we get walks, because every stare down, it's literally a strike. It's a strike. Now, these kids have gotten hit by pitches. That I do know. But some of this stuff, man, you can't expect everything to be a ball. That's not going to be a ball every play. You have to literally swing at it, man. Just swing. It makes no sense for the Alabama pitchers and the Vanderbilt pitchers to strike you out that many times. Vanderbilt, man, it's crazy. Vanderbilt has struck us out 32 times in 2 games. It's only been 2 games, guys. They've struck us out 2 games. They've struck us out 32 times. 32 Ks. 32 Ks. Guys, you're playing Vanderbilt. No disrespect to Vanderbilt at all. Vanderbilt beat us in the SEC title game 2 years ago. That I do know. I do know that Vanderbilt was looking for revenge from last year. That one I didn't know. Right? I think you all knew that as well. We beat Vanderbilt 3-0 soundly. The first game, we run ruled them. The second game, I think we run ruled them again. And then the third game, we just beat them. I remember that from last year. You guys remember that from last year. Vanderbilt was the number 6 team in the country, and they came there and they got their asses whooped in College Station. They never forgot that. They never forgot. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is mind-blowing to me because, man, this game was tied up 1-1 for a long time. And I was like, man, I know damn well we ain't just going to put up just 1 run in this. And we did. We only put up 1 run. The points that we've scored in these ball games, especially against Alabama, right? And I'm not talking about the Alabama series. The first game, we put up 4 runs, lost that game late because pulled the starter. Well, because we made a dumb move to pull the pitcher. The second game, we scored 2 because we happened to pull the pitcher again, which is a pooled win. And then the third game, we lost 2-0, in where we just can score anything. So offensively, we got 6 points on last week, and then coming into this game, we got 4 points. Well, coming into this series, we've only scored 4 runs. 4 runs. I'm talking about points. Only 4 runs. We've only scored 10 runs in SEC play so far. Our opponents, on the other hand, we gave up 12 to Alabama. 12 runs in an entire series. And now we give up 8 to Vanderbilt. We gave up 20 runs to our opponents. Our opponents has outscored us 20 to 10. They've outscored us by 10 runs. That's crazy to say when you got Mike Early as your actual manager, in which was basically a hitting coach all of his career. That's crazy to say you've only scored 10 runs in SEC play when you literally just came from off one of your most prolific runs on last year. Now, granted, you ain't got the same players. I know this part. But on last year, you didn't have the same players like that from that year before. You brought in some transfers as well. This year, you brought in some transfers, but you're also playing some freshmen. I don't understand why we're playing freshmen in this lineup against Vanderbilt on the second day of the series. That makes absolutely no sense to me, man. That makes no sense. I don't have confidence. I don't have confidence that we're going to win any series right now. I hope we do, but I don't have confidence that we're going to win any series right now. Because this is mind-blowing. You've only scored 10 runs. You need to go and beat these guys, man. You really need to go and beat them, okay? And I said I was going to be on here 15 minutes, but it's turned to 30 now. Oh, excuse me. That yawn right there just told me, hey, man, it's time to go and lay it down for the night, right? That's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'll be back on tomorrow. And hopefully we'll have a better result. If we put up 10 runs in tomorrow's game, I'm going to tell you right now, we win that series. I mean, we win that game easily. Vanderbilt take a series win, but we win that game easily with 10 runs. I just got to see it. I got to see it, man. And we even have a Sunday pitcher that's going to go out there and shut them down, and which is Miles Patton. I believe he's going to go out there and he's going to do his thing. So it's crazy, man, but I don't know. I'm not going to give up on them because that's just not me. But man, this team is just spiraling right now, man, and it's boggling, man, because man, we're trying to find answers as fans, and I think those players are trying to find answers as well. Like, I don't know. But that's all I have for you guys on tonight. Okay. Make sure you guys tune in on tomorrow. The game is going to be on at 2:00 on ESPN Plus on SEC Network Plus. Okay. So just make sure that you guys tune in at 2:00. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. I do know that Texas lost to LSU, which was in front of a sellout crowd, in which LSU beat them handily 8-2, and which is crazy to me. But then again, it's not crazy, man, because LSU looks like the number one team. I'm not gonna lie to you. And Tennessee, I don't know, man. Tennessee beat Vanderbilt, but Tennessee doesn't have elite pitching. Tennessee has elite hitting, though. That's what's going to get you with Tennessee. They don't have elite pitching. They have elite hitting. And if their hitting is hitting right, they're going to win every ball game that is out there. All right. So other than that, man, that's all I have for you guys. Make sure you tune in on tomorrow, in which I will set something up on tomorrow as well. Okay. Good night to you all. And thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, #GigMags.